Did it ever happen to you that you had an argument with someone and that person was just totally ignoring the facts? He was totally illogical. I'll give you an example. So there was this guy that was busy, decided to divorce from his wife, and his wife had a small business, and he came and he says, I think that she needs to pay me $3 million because we need to share everything half-half. And she lies to court all the time, and she said that she doesn't have a cent. But I know that she has a lot of money because I've seen her VAT reports. And so my friend in this situation, this is the story I heard from my friend, asked him, so how do you know that she has a lot of money? He says, well, it's really simple. In the past 10 years, she had that business. This business is doing more or less $1 million per year. So $1 million per year times 10 years, it's $10 million. So I need to get half. So I didn't ask her for $5 million. I've asked only for $3 million because I'm fair. And I said, okay, good. So she sold $1 million per year. How much it cost her? And he told me, it's really irrelevant. I said, what do you mean it's irrelevant? How much does it cost her to run the business? How much profit that she has? And I told him that in her kind of business, if the profit is 5%, she's doing well. Which means that from every $1 million, she's doing maybe $50,000 per year, net. And he couldn't understand it. And the question is why. I'll give you another example. I spoke to a guy that was chanting, or what I call parroting, from the river to the sea. And I asked this person, tell me, where is Israel? He didn't know. From which river to which sea you're talking about when you talk about from the river to the sea? He didn't know the name of which river to which sea. And he said, no, but I just want freedom. I said, freedom from what? He couldn't answer. So what you see is that sometimes people are really acting stupidly. They can be very intelligent, but they will act very, very stupidly. The fact that someone is intelligent do not mean that he cannot act stupidly. And the question is why? Why will someone act stupidly? When someone acts stupidly, prerequisite for that person have to hate, must hate. When a person hates, he will become blind, and so he will act stupidly. It is quite amazing. Now, this thing destroys family, destroys relationship, destroys lives. Every time you have a problem with relationship, one or two sides hate. There is this emotion that turns on that if the person admit it or not, he hates the other person, or he hates the actions of the other person, or he hates the inaction of the other person, and the end result of hate is stupidity. Quite amazing. However, this hate, when it turns on, it's uncontrollable. When someone starts to hate, when someone starts to become emotional or misemotional, it's just uncontrolled. It's totally uncontrolled from his viewpoint. At the condition that he is in, he thinks that it's uncontrolled. So he will hate his children, he will hate his wife, he will hate his husband, or he will have bad relationship, where the only way for you to survive, the only way for you to succeed is when you have a lot of good relationships. And the question is, of course, how do you handle those emotions, one that turned on? How do you handle the emotion of hate? How do you handle the emotion of fear? How do you handle the emotion of grief? How do you handle the emotion of being total effect? How do you handle the emotion that comes over you and totally controls you, sometimes to a point of depression or anxiety, etc.? Well, the answer is there. It is simple. but it requires some confront, it requires some learning, it requires being willing to observe and to take what you know for a few minutes, throw it away, and re-look at the data. And once you re-look at the data without the glasses, without the thing that obscure your vision, which is your past, once you remove this thing that obscure your vision, you will see that the answers are quite simple. And just as a general rule, if something is not simple, it contains a lie. If something is not simple, you simply don't really know. Because once you know, it is simple. Now, how are you going to discover the handling? How do you discover the handling for these emotions, for this hate, for these relationship destroyers? Well, I'm going to do a relationship seminar. The link will be somewhere down, and I'm certain it is the most important data you ever heard. Regardless of if you are following me already and if you heard before, if you've been in seminars with me before, this seminar will change your life. Be there. Meir Ezra, lots of pieces of truth for you.